Hello, welcome back. Welcome back. I'm John, an old YouTuber. Good morning, have a good Sunday. I got up again before 9 a.m. but I did sleep like 3 a.m. very late, so I did sleep less 6 hours, like 5 hours, so that's not enough. I lost a subscriber tonight, few subscribers, 15,024. I think I will get below 50,000 subscribers because I upload many hundreds of these videos. But I need to make 2 more playlists. Not playlist, read list, but not now. This American Revolutionary War. Need to have a new read list just for that. I'm not going to do that now because I like to get back to the Hearts, the railway, Hearts railways. And I need to do read lists with this polish. Yes, we got to there. Just continue there. I still have put my computer to sleep tonight. This Antonio Janus, we need to make a read list with that. But to not do that, we can delete him. Just start to make a read list, not make it, but just write read lists. I think that's 20, 22 or 23. But now there's so many numbers. It could be, I think it's 23. Oh, I already did that. No, let's do it 23. Read list 23. What date is it? That's the 26th today. 26/6/2022. Yes, I have to write a little bit slower because I can barely read my own handwriting. Yes, that's a read list there. Anthony Janus. So let's delete it there. Yes, just write one there, but I'm not going to do. I have to write all this down there. Then we need to have a read list. Here, the American Revolutionaries. I cannot pronounce it. Revolutionary War. So that's 24, but we don't do that now. Because that would be probably more pages. I need some time to think about how to do this. Yes, first I have to write all the other PDF down there. American Revolutio War. So just do that for now. So make a new read list. I have something open there. I will write there about this Polish war. Then I will have to do a read list later. And I think you next should read about, I don't know, then we have to read about United States of America. We could write there, it's the American Revolutionary War. Then we read about USA. We do that next. This duplicates US. It's called United States. We read about the next. It's United States of America. Yes, but let's look at this. Watch which one is the right one. They're called United States and United States of America. No, I think United States, that's the main. So we read about United States next there, but let's continue with this one. Yes, I have to adjust the screen a little bit. Yes, I just got up my bed, so I need some in. I had to forgot to fix my bed. So I don't sleep a little bit more than 5 hours, so that's not enough. Yes. And speaker level 56, because I have my doors open. I have to drink a little bit more. I have to check my cell phone. .83 power. Yes, then I have to clean my nose. Yes, going to clean my nose. And close the door to our living room. minutes. I'm not close the door to my balcony right now. It's 9:20, but I lower the microphone to 50, not microphone, the speakers a little bit to 56. I like to just go through the night. I like to get a little bit fresh air into my home, like in 1 hour. And it's still early, so not many will sit outside the balcony now, outside. Because it's morning. No, it's Sunday, early 9, maybe many are drinking alcohol Saturday. So there's not getting up 9, you're getting up 10 a.m. or 11. If they have been very drunk Saturday night to like 1 or 2 a.m. Let's try, continue.
Virgin's colleague for her honor, France had to seize this opportunity to rise from her degradation. If she neglected it, if fear overcame duty, she would add debasement to humiliation, and become an object of contempt to her own century and to all future peoples. 202. Stalemate in the north. From the left, a coastal town set in the background of a harbor, in the foreground center right in the approach to the harbor and curving into the right background, a line of French warships, one firing a broadside at the town. French Admiral d'Estaing's joint expedition with U.S. General Sullivan at Newport, Rhode Island, August 1778. At the end of 1777, Howe resigned and was replaced by Sir Henry Clinton on the 24th of May, 1778. With French entry into Thiers, he was ordered to consolidate his forces in New York. 201. On the 18th of June, the British departed Philadelphia with 3 invigorated Americans in pursuit. The Battle of Monmouth on the 28th of June was inconclusive but boosted Patriot morale. Washington had rallied Charles Lee's broken regiments. The Continentals repulsed British bayonet charges. The British rearguard lost perhaps 50% more casualties, and the Americans held the field at the end of the day. That midnight, the newly installed Clinton continued his retreat to New York. 203. A French naval force under Admiral Charles Henry Hector d'Estaing was sent to assist Washington. Deciding New York was too formidable a target, in August they launched a combined attack on Newport, with General John Sullivan commanding land forces. 204. The resulting Battle of Rhode Island was indecisive. Badly damaged by a storm, the French withdrew to avoid putting their ships at risk. 205. Further activity was limited to British raids on Chestnut Neck and Little Egg Harbor in October. 206. In July 1779, the Americans captured British positions at Stony Point and Paulus Hook. 207. Clinton unsuccessfully tried to tempt Washington into a decisive engagement by sending General William Tryon to raid Connecticut. 208. In July, a large American naval operation, the Penobscot Expedition, attempted to retake Maine, then part of Massachusetts, but was defeated. 209. Persistent Iroquois raids along the border with Quebec led to the punitive Sullivan Expedition in April 1779, destroying many settlements but failing to stop them. 210. During the winter of 1779-1780, the Continental Army suffered greater hardships than at Valley Forge. 211. Morale was poor. Public support fell away in the Long War. The Continental dollar was virtually worthless. The army was plagued with supply problems. Desertion was common, and mutinies occurred in the Pennsylvania Line and New Jersey Line regiments over the conditions in early 1780. 212. In June 1780, Clinton sent 6,000 men under Wilhelm von Knyphausen to retake New Jersey, but they were thwarted by local militia at the Battle of Connecticut Farms. Although the Americans withdrew, Knyphausen felt he was not strong enough to engage Washington's main force and retreated. 213. A second attempt 2 weeks later ended in a British defeat at the Battle of Springfield, effectively ending their ambitions in New Jersey. 214. In July, Washington appointed Benedict Arnold commander of West Point. His attempt to betray the fort to the British failed due to incompetent planning, and the plot was revealed when his British contact John Andre was captured and later executed. 215. Arnold escaped to New York and switched sides, an action justified in a pamphlet addressed to the inhabitants of America. The Patriots condemned his betrayal, while he found himself almost as unpopular with the British. 216. A close-up of Continental infantry fighting in a street, a company on line firing to the left of the painting, in the center the officer, right foreground a drummer boy and behind him a soldier reloading a musket. Continentals repulsing British. June 1780 at Springfield. Give M. Watts, boys. At left center, Virginia militia Colonel George Rogers Clark with buckskinned uniformed militia lined up behind him. At right center, red-coated British Quebec Governor Hamilton surrendering with ranks of white uniformed Tory militia behind receding into the background, a drummer boy in the foreground, a line of British Indian allies lined up on the right receding into the background. Quebec Governor Hamilton surrenders to Cole. Clark at Vincennes, July 1779. Virginia incorporates its Ohio County. The war to the west of the Appalachians was largely confined to skirmishing and raids. In February 1778, an expedition of militia to destroy British military supplies in settlements along the Cuyahoga River was halted by adversary. 217. Later in the year, a second campaign was undertaken to seize the Illinois country from the British. Virginia militia Canadian settlers, and Indian allies commanded by Colonel George Rogers Clark captured Kaskaskia on July 4, then secured Vincennes, though Vincennes was recaptured by Quebec Governor Henry Hamilton. In early 1779, the Virginians counterattacked in the siege of Fort Vincennes and took Hamilton prisoner. Clark secured western British Quebec as the American Northwest Territory in the Treaty of Paris, concluding the war. 218. On the 25th of May, 1780, British Colonel Henry Byrd invaded Kentucky as part of a wider operation to clear American resistance from Quebec to the Gulf Coast. Their Pensacola advance on New Orleans was overcome by Spanish Governor Galvez's offensive on Mobile. Simultaneous British attacks were repulsed on St. Louis by the Spanish Lieutenant Governor de Labarre, and on the Virginia County Courthouse at Cahokia by Lieutenant Colonel Clark. The British initiative under Byrd from Detroit was ended at the rumored approach of Clark. A. The scale of violence in the Licking River Valley, such as during the Battle of Blue Licks, was extreme even for frontier standards. It led to men of English and German settlements to join Clark's militia when the British and their hired German soldiers withdrew to the Great Lakes. 219. The Americans responded with a major offensive along the Mad River in August, which met with some success in the Battle of Piqua but did not end Indian raids. 220. French soldier Augustin de la Balme led a Canadian militia in an attempt to capture Detroit, but they dispersed when Miami natives led by Little Turtle attacked the encamped settlers on November 5. 221. A.B. The war in the West had become a stalemate, with the British garrison sitting in Detroit and the Virginians expanding westward settlements north of the Ohio River in the face of British Allied Indian resistance. 223. War in the South. a bird's eye view over the British lines of artillery besieging the port of Charleston in the center background, and landing some shots at the docks. British siege of Charleston.